Hi everyone, welcome back to the House of Art. I'm Terry Lively. I've been doing a lot of videos lately on different products that I want to feature and things that are coming out for us in our industry. And I just decided today I just wanted to talk to some people out there. We get questions all the time, people emailing me, calling my office, asking for information on different things, and some things that have come up online lately that I wanted to talk to you about. And I think, this would be a good time to do that instead of telling you about products today. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about, there's some things come up on Facebook the last couple of days. A former student of mine, and also someone who's been doing permanent makeup for a while, was asking for advice on eyeliners. And so I got on there and I asked her, how many have you done? How many eyeliners have you done since you did training? And so she replied, well, I've been busy and I've had another business and blah, 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 went on and gave me a 3-page written article on why she hadn't done that many eyeliners and why she was struggling. So my reply was, we have to put in time on skin. I know we're all busy, things come up, and sometimes we don't get to do what we want to do as far as working on friends and getting experience when we're new. But the thing is, you can go to all the classes in the world, pay all the tuition and take all these classes, and yet if you're not at home in your shop working on people every day, day in and day out, doing whatever it is you need to work on, eyeliners, brows, whatever it is, you're never gonna get good at that procedure. So I've told so many people this, and I know people are getting tired of hearing my story, but when I first started, I went to a fundamentals class, 4 days, 8 people, 1 instructor. It was horrible. And so I got home, and I'm pretty stubborn. When I want to learn something, I really set my mind to it. So I went home, I worked on some friends first, and then I ran an eyeliner special. And this is in 1999, people. This isn't like, 2 years ago. 1999, I did an eyeliner special, upper and lower eyeliner for $99, and I put that in a small local newspaper. For the next 6 months, I was doing 6 to 8 eyeliners every single day, 5 days a week. What did I get out of that? Well, I'm gonna tell you, I learned how to do eyeliner really quick, and I got really good at it. And I got to the point where my eyeliners were coming back, and I didn't even need touch-ups. And this was with a coil machine back then. We didn't have all these wonderful rotaries and, soft tap and everything. That I didn't use soft tap back then, but we didn't have all these other rotary machines and equipment that we have now. The point I'm trying to make is you've got to make sacrifices to get good. You have to put in the time on actual clients. You have to work on friends. You have to, run some specials, to get people in your shop and get that experience. And quit spending your money going to class after class. I hear people saying, well, I went up and I trained with this person and I trained with that person and I came home and I'm still struggling. Well, you know what? If you don't take what you learn in that class and take it home and apply it, it's just not gonna do you any good and you're wasting your money. And then you get frustrated. And then you go on Facebook and ask a bunch of questions. So I want you to think about it. Those of you who are new, put time in on the skin, work through your problems, take notes, chart notes, the needles you used, the power setting you used, the topicals you used, chart all that stuff and start looking for patterns in what you're doing. And pretty soon you'll start getting better and better and better. And that's how it works. Okay, so that's my little rant. I just want to talk to you about that. Back to taking classes. Let me give you some thoughts to think about. I'm personally thinking about next year what I want to do as far as training, going to see people that I want to learn from. Because I think no matter how many years we've been in the business, we need to go and take classes from different people, and we need to keep learning. So I think what we need to consider are different options for classes. So what I want you to do is do your homework. Think about who you're going to train with or who you want to go train with. What type of class is that person teaching? Are you sitting in a big room of people, maybe 30 people, watching a screen? and you're paying $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 to sit in a room and watch a screen of somebody working. Or maybe look for a smaller class, maybe someone who teaches 2 or 3 people at a time. You know, do your homework. Find those people who are willing to work more one-on-one with you and put in the time with you versus these huge classes where everybody, you know, pays a lot of money and then they go home and, you know, they're frustrated. Another option, and this is what I do a lot, if there's a local tattoo artist that you really respect their work, maybe they're really good at photorealism and you're wanting to learn nipple work, or you're wanting to learn how to get texture in your eyebrows and make them look more realistic, how about checking out your local tattoo artist and booking time with them? What does that mean? That means walking in. Maybe you've always wanted to have a portrait of one of your kids or your mother or something, and you know there's this local artist who's really good at portraits. You know, instead of spending $3,000 or $4,000 to go and watch somebody in a big room of people on a screen, how about booking some one-on-one time with your artist and having a portrait done? And you get to sit there for 5 or 6 hours, watching this guy as he works. And a lot of these guys, you could pick their brain. Ask them, what needles are you using? How do you run your machine? What power setting? Do you water down your pigments? You know, you can just pick their brain and you can learn so much. And think about what a portrait might run you. I don't know what portraits are going for nowadays. I know it depends on the artist. But you might be able to get a beautiful piece for $1,200, $1,500 and get 5 or 6 hours or more of one-on-one time with this really talented artist. So that might be an option for you to really learn and you know, think outside of the box as far as education. There are people like myself. I teach 3 max in a class. I have 2 lip classes coming up. 3 people in my class. They get models the second day of class. They're working on people here. There are a lot of trainers out there like that. Amy Connors is one of, I think of off the top of my head. People that I respect that work with you one-on-one and aren't sending you, and you're not going off to some hotel and taking a big class with, you know, 30 other people or whatever. So booking time with your local tattooers, going to tattoo conventions, seeing what classes are being offered there. You can take classes with really famous artists, 3 or 4 hour class for a couple $100, and really pick that artist's brain also while you're at the tattoo convention. Here's another thought. Last year I went to 2 SPCP conventions. That's the Society of Permanent Cosmetic Professionals. You can go and attend an SPCP convention. This is for you cosmetic tattooers out there. And you may pay $400 or $500 to attend, plus your hotel, but you get 3 or 4 days of classes. You get workshops, you get vendors rooms where you can go around and talk to people and ask them questions about training, about their equipment, about their pigments, about their anesthetics. Look at all that information you're getting by attending a convention like that. The SPCP has a convention coming up in March, in the spring, in fabulous Las Vegas. I mean, who doesn't want to go to Las Vegas? I'll be there. I'll have a booth in the vendor's room. I'm gonna have Zion machines that you can play with. I'm gonna have permablend pigments that you can look at. I'm gonna have my real skins there that you can tattoo and see what it's like on the real skin products that we're carrying now. So, you know, you can come by the booth, talk to us, ask us questions, and, you know, that's another great training opportunity for you to attend. All the conventions like those, all the seminars that you attend, you actually get credit hours that can be applied towards your insurance. And you know how you have to have CEUs with your insurance company. So think about the SPCP in the spring, Las Vegas, Flamingo Hotel. It's going to be a good time. Okay. Here's another thought for education. You know, I hate telling people to go on YouTube because there's so much crap out there on YouTube. But there's people out there like Gaston Siciliano, owner of FK Irons, one of the greatest companies in the world for tattooers. Gaston has probably 100 videos, free videos on YouTube that he puts out for tattooers. Videos on lining, videos on machines, videos on power supplies, videos on shading techniques. My friend Gaston is so giving in this industry, and it's all out there on FK Iron's YouTube channel. And so there's people like that that we have access to. I'm hoping to get him to come to Vegas and be at my booth in April, or rather in March. I'm hoping he'll be able to make that. We've talked about it. He's going to look at his schedule. So, you know, if Gaston shows up in March at SPCP convention and he's hanging out at our booth, you can come up and meet him and talk to him and ask him about machines and what is throw on a machine and what is, you know, how do you do shading with this type of machine or whatever. You can just pick his brain about all that kinds of cool stuff. Okay, so that's about all I have. Yeah, I want you to know this. I think this video is probably gonna, you know, I don't know, maybe piss some people off. I don't know. It might, whatever. But I want you to know it's coming from my heart. And there's a lot of people out there that think this way. And so we're just putting it out there for a lot of you newbies in the industry to think about. And yeah, so leave me some feedback. Let me know what you think. And as usual, you can contact me on Facebook or through Gmail account and all that, which I leave here on at the end of my video. Okay, so have a great afternoon. It was great reaching out again today, and talk to you soon. Bye.